Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7. Today I'm going to be playing F1 2018. We're at the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is my career with Red Bull Racing. This is Season 2, round number 20. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. Really do appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Really would appreciate my road to 500 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links as usual are in the description box down below. Also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you can keep up to date with my latest content. As you can see on screen, I am both the Drivers Champion and the Constructors Champion, along with my teammate Daniel Riccardo. I'm on top, as you can see, in the Drivers standings. My teammate Daniel Riccardo is in second place. It's only 4 points clear of Charles Leclerc, so it's all to play for second place. Then it's Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton, fourth and fifth respectively. Only 4 points separating them, so it's all to play for fourth as well. Then it's Sergio Perez, Valtteri Bottas. Then it's Marcus Ericsson and Kimi Raikkonen in 8th and 9th. There are only 1 point separating them. So once again, it's all to play for 8th place. Then in 10th place is Esteban Ocon. In the Constructors, as I mentioned, we've won the Constructors. Then it's Sauber, who've got a healthy lead over third place Mercedes. 4th place is Ferrari, who are only 5 points behind Mercedes. So they're within a shout of getting 3rd place. Then it's Force India, Haas, Renault, Williams, Toro Rosso, and finally McLaren. Okay, let's change up these components now. Okay, shouldn't have to worry about those. 30% for the gearbox, that should be fine as well. Don't need to worry about my team goal. I think I'm going to be leaving at the end of the season. Now, the two options I'm thinking of right now is either Ferrari or Mercedes. Now, I'm thinking of going to Mercedes mainly because Mercedes look like the worst team out of the two. So I want to build them up to get them back to their former glory. No components being developed. I won't be developing any more components for the remainder of the season. Sauber are streaking ahead of me now. They are now officially the best team. Before it was touch and go between me and Sauber, but now they've just started to pull ahead. And Williams aren't too far behind me either, so they're going to be a team to watch out for next season. Okay, let's have a look at my rivalries.
Remember to select a driver that you consider your rival from the rivalry screen on the workstation. Performing well against your rival can earn you respect and better terms when it comes to our contract reviews.
Let's go with Lewis. If I do end up going to Mercedes, I would like Lewis to be my teammate, but I don't know how it's going to go. Okay, drag conditions in both qualifying and the race. That's good for me. Let's go.
Welcome to qualifying here in Interlagos as the cars are readying up for what's likely to be a very important session. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction. And over the course of a lap, it's easy to get that balance wrong. And that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now, and it never gets any easier.
We don't need to push too hard in this session. We should have the pace to qualify easily.
As usual, the car setup that I'll be using for this live stream will be in the description box down below. If any of you want to use it, feel free. Alright, now then. Gasly's the first one out. Okay. Oh, let's follow him. I'll probably definitely change my helmet design. for the next season. This first corner always causes me issues. I normally get a lot of oversteer. It wasn't too bad this time round. Can I get on pole position? Ran a bit wide. 1 minute 8.5 from Nico Hulkenberg. Currently the session's fastest. Oh, missed apex quite a lot there. Not too happy with this lap so far. Almost 6 tenths quicker in the second sector compared to Nico Hulkenberg, so this should be a faster lap than his. Sergio Perez goes even quicker, 1 minute 8.0. Gonna have the shortest run to the line, and it is 1 minute 7.9. Less than a tenth quicker than Sergio Perez. Made a few mistakes during that lap, but that should be enough to get me through to the next part of qualifying. Third place right now. Ericsson and Ocon beat me. Leclerc beat me as well. Kimi beat me. Okay, looks like I've got a lot of work to do here. Perez. Who else is... Okay, looks like everyone else has done a lap. Lewis Hamilton, Daniel Riccardo.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 7.9.
Vettel and Bottas on the soft tyres. What's going on? Only guy out of the top 3 teams that you'd expect that isn't on the soft tyres is me and Kimi. Why are they on the soft tyres? Am I missing something here? Let me quickly check. Are any of them, are those 3 guys out on track right now? Yes, they are. So we've got Sebastian Vettel out on track. He coming up to the second sector, did a 34.7 and 16.7. Where does that needs to get into? 16.7 and... Okay, looks like he might be able to get through to next part qualifying here. Let's see what his time is. It is 9th place. Okay, so he's definitely improved. Oh, my teammate. Where is my teammate? He should be out on track. Here he is. Okay, let's follow around my teammate. We should be able to be with him for when he does his lap, hopefully. So let's speed things up a bit. That should be enough for him to do a... Yeah, okay, here we go. Just started. Currently in 16th place. 16.2. I think that's a very good time. 15th here. Yeah, 16.2. He's on course to get to the next part of qualifying. He's got 2 cars ahead of him, so that might be a bit of a difficult situation for him. Let's see how he does. Hopefully they don't affect his time too much. Looks like they're on an outlap, looks like, possibly. Might get affected by their turbulent air being so close behind them. Probably less than 2 seconds behind them, looks like. Also might get a bit of an advantage from them. Bit of slipstream going up the pit straight. His second sector time is a 35.5. Slow up in the second sector, so it's all about this final sector. He's going to get a bit of slipstream, I believe, so let's see what his time is. He's 12th fastest in the speed trap, 210 miles per hour. The other 2 cars in front of him went into the pits. He's in 15th place of 1 minute 8.3. He's going to have to go again. He's going to have to go again. Can he improve? First sector is 16.7. That's almost half a second slower than what he did the first time round. This doesn't look good for my teammate. Doesn't look good for him at all. Where am I? First of all, let's just make sure.
We're lower in the running order than we thought we'd be. We need to find some time.
No, that should be fine. That should be fine to get me through to next part qualifying. Okay, coming up to the second sector. He needs to improve here. Unless he's going into the pits. Unless he's given up. Which would explain why he was so slow in the first sector. 35.5. I don't think that's good enough. No. Nope. He's not going to do it. He's going to be eliminated unless he goes for one more lap. He's got enough time to do one more lap. Okay, he's going to do one more lap. He's going to just be able to do the lap time. Actually, no, it should be fine. He won't be able to get another lap time, though. Okay, I'll stay with him to the first set to see if he improves. Otherwise, it's pretty much done for him. He needs to get a good lap time in the first sector. What's his sector time going to be? 16.7. No, don't think he's going to do it. No, too slow. Okay, so Bottas. So my teammate's close to being eliminated here. Stoffel Van Dorn is really, really close. Is Stoffel Van Dorn out on track? Where's Bottas? Bottas might be able to knock out my teammate. 16.8. He's going slower than... Well, he's going slower than my teammate. 16.8 as well. Okay, so all the guys who are below my teammate are going slower than him in the first sector so far. So, my teammate actually might be able to get through, surprisingly enough. Okay, let's get through the rest of it. 12th place I got. Wow. 1 minute 7.0. Sebastian Vettel did this. Got into the 6th place. 1 minute 7.7. It was really close, surprisingly enough. Okay. So, teammate just got through as well. First 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 1 are Stoffel Van Dorn, Fernando Alonso, Kevin Magnussen, Vitaly Bottas, and Brendan Hartley. Okay, qualifying 2 now. Hopefully I can be a lot more precise on this lap. Wasn't too happy with my lap in the first part of qualifying. I'm gonna get out there nice and early, set a quick lap time, see where I go from there. So I need to get into the low 1 minute 7s in order to even challenge for pole position. Here we go, up the hill. Messed up already. First corner was not good. Now my teammate was able to get 1 minute 16.2. Sorry, so what was I able to do? 16.7. So this is. My first set is the exact same as my teammate who was on the soft tyres. That was not good. My first corner was not good at all. 8.6. So it's clear to me I'm going to have to go out again later on in the session. Seven-tenths quicker than Ericsson in the second sector. So second sector seemed to be doing a bit better, but 8.0 from Perez. 1 minute 7.7.
The fastest lap so far. Well done.
1 minute 7.7. Back end twitched out there a bit for me. Still slow up. A much smoother lap this time round, but I'm still slower overall, which is a bit annoying.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Still slow up. Okay, gonna speed things up now. Put on a brand new set of super softs. Currently in 5th place. 1 minute 7.7. I think I might as well go out again. Just to be on the safe side. Right now I'm not too sure where I can gain 0.3 of a second. Here we go. First corner, not too bad this time. Just under a tenth slower than the fastest first sector, it looks like. So things are looking good so far. Nope, messed it up. Turned it way too early. Currently in 7th place. Gonna improve, but not by much. 2.5 tenths down. Missed a bit of time there. I was up by what, almost 3 tenths at one point, but just wasn't good enough. Okay, so the next 5 cars eliminated in qualifying 2 are Marcus Ericsson, Sergei Sirotkin, Lance Stroll, Roman Grosjean, and Pierre Gasly. The Ferraris are top. Okay, interesting. Because this doesn't seem to be my track. Gonna go out. Gonna put out a. Gonna use a scrub set of tyres first of all. A used set of lap time, and then I'll go out again later on in the session on a brand new set. So let's get lap time. Low 1 minute 7's gonna try and look for. Still haven't got there yet. Ocon goes quickest. Now my teammate goes quickest, 1 minute 8.3. Not as quick as my teammate in the first sector, but still within the chance of beating my teammate. 1 minute 8.1 from Carlos Sainz. Now it's Sergio Perez, 1 minute 7.9, I think that was. He's now the quickest. Fastest first sector now. I mean, second sector, sorry. So let's run to the line. 1 minute 7.5. I believe that's the quickest I've gone so far in qualifying. Gonna have to go out again because these are a scrub set of supersofts, so they won't last very long in the race.
Our best lap so far is a 1:7.5.
Actually, no. Uh-oh. I may have just made my my start to the race a bit worse, because I remember if I remember correctly, these are the tyres I did my fastest lap in qualifying 2 on. Then these should also be the tyres I start the race with. Oh boy. And start the race is going to be interesting. Very interesting indeed. So currently in first place, obviously we've seen earlier on in qualifying that cars can go much quicker than what I've done. So let's see. I've got Force India. Then Hamilton through. Then the Ferrari through. There we go. Didn't want to have to be distracted by a car behind me. Ran a bit wide. Past the second sector as well. Sebastian Vettel goes quickest, 1 minute 7.4. One minute 7.3.
Fantastic. You've got pole.
There we go. For all the qualifying, I hadn't been able to string a decent lap together that could challenge for the podium. And there it is.
Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Really happy with that. Right when it counted, I was able to display my pace, though still wasn't able to get the 1 minute 7.0.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. Are you feeling confident that you can take your qualifying pace into the race?
Oh, I can put no comment. Okay. I have confidence in spades. It should be a piece of cake. Showman.
What was the secret of your qualifying pace?
Having a great team who worked tirelessly to get the best out of the car. Yep, that one. Showmanship. Oh, great. I mean, sportsmanship.
Appreciate your time.
Great. Though I'm moving, and if I remember correctly, Mercedes prefer a driver who is a sportsman rather than a showman. So I guess with the way I am right now, it'd be pretty good fit for Mercedes. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching right now. We do appreciate it. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate my road to 500 subscribers. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links, as usual, are in the description box down below.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
Thank you. Okay, nothing really to look at. Not going to do any more R&D development since I'm going to be leaving. I'm planning to leave the team at the end of the season, so let's get on to the race.
Where there's a will, well, there's a way. And nowhere has that fact been better demonstrated over the years than here at Interlagos. Remember Senna winning while fighting a gearbox that was jammed in 6th? 5 Drivers' Championship deciders in a row between 2005 and 2009. And of course, the passionate Brazilian fans packing the grandstands to capacity every year. And they're not about to stop now. We're racing today then at Interlagos, a historic 2.7-mile circuit and one of the few anti-clockwise tracks on the calendar. 15 corners in total, 9 to the left and 6 to the right, with a technical middle section opening up to a flat-out sector 3. And that gives us our best passing opportunity down into turn 1. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Campbell. They've had a fantastic campaign. It's been a wonderful year, and they come into this weekend's Grand Prix as a fully deserving champion.
It really is well deserved. I wouldn't say it's been a faultless title challenge, but certainly one that has been consistent and well managed. Here's hoping they let off a bit of steam today and give us an exciting race.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Campbell lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest
Only
of
a
the
tenth
grid, we
behind
have
there.
Raikkonen, Perez, Lewis Hamilton, and Ocon, Leclerc, Sainz, Ricciardo, and Marcus Ericsson, Sirotkin, Stroll, Romain Grosjean, and Van Dorn, Alonso, Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas, and Brendan Hartley. Gasly and Nico Hülkenberg complete.
Okay, we've already won the championship, so relax and enjoy this race.
Okay, no problem. Just put it like that. 7 laps. Okay, that's fine. Let's go. As usual, when I'm on pole, I'll do the...
Okay, go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, now that I'm on pole, I will be doing the formation lap. Don't get too far ahead of the rest of the pack, otherwise we'll be waiting on the grid for far too long and my tyres will get cold by the time I want to really use them, particularly when I'm trying to get off the line.
No threat of rain for the time being, conditions looking good.
Good. Don't really want any rain. Ooh, back end. Here we go. 18 laps. What's Perez doing? Whoa, what's going on here? All kinds of messed up just then.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Okay, 20th race of the season. It's about to begin. 2 laps, 3 laps, 4 laps, 5 laps, and we are racing! Oh, Sebastian Vettel got off to a better start than I did. I'm trying to close him off, but he, oh my days, just absolutely flies past me. I'm in a Ferrari sandwich right now. Not too happy that I lost my position to Vettel so quickly. Don't want to lose my position to Raikkonen either. Got Force India right behind me. Go for the dive up the inside of Raikkonen. Got him. Forced him to lose quite a few positions as well. Yeah. Oh, I ran very wide. I thought as much. The tyres I did my first lap in qualifying, 3 of the tyres I've started the race with. Yeah, the flag was out, not too sure what for. Sebastian Vettel goes quickest, 1 minute 14.1. Here comes Perez, but I don't think there's enough track here to actually pass me on this occasion. DRS isn't activated until next lap. Nowhere to pass here. Unless the AI wants to be really reckless. Feels like I'm catching Vettel a little bit here. Trying to pull away from Perez, which is nice to see. Definitely catching up to him.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available.
Fastest lap of the race, able to beat Vettel's time, should have DRS. Turned down both my ERS and my fuel mix. Can't stay in hot lap forever. Oh, too much. Cost myself there. Caught right up to the back of Vettel. Should get DRS. Here we go.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon.
First place is mine again. Really nice overtake. Vettel's going defensive on Perez. Looks like he's still ahead. And I'm pulling away. There's nowhere to pass really until the pit straighten out, so I need to take full advantage of this. Get as far away from Perez as possible, because I do think Perez is going to pass Vettel at some point. One minute, 1.6 seconds clear of Vettel, so outside the DRS zone. So Vettel's a sitting duck, really.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Vettel's still in front of Perez, even after the DRS zone. Nicely done from Vettel. And Vettel's got his teammate right behind Perez as well, so that might help him out a bit.
The gap to the car behind is 1.8 seconds.
Slowly increasing my gap to him. .3 seconds clear. Perez is only 7/10 behind Vettel now. Perez isn't able to pass him here. I'd be very frustrated if I was Perez right now. Nope, doesn't look like he's passed him again. Top speed of Ferrari can't be that bad then. Can't be bad at all. 2.5. .4 seconds clear. Slowly but surely I'm increasing my gap to Vettel and Perez and Raikkonen. Hey Hernandez.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
Thank you very much for watching.
We're leading our teammate by 14.1 seconds.
Hopefully you're having a good day. Oh, ran a bit wide.
Box now, please. Box this lap.
How my tyres looking? Yeah, I guess so. I should box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
1.9. I stop. Not bad. Nobody else pitted.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
I'm coming out in traffic as well. That's not going to help me out at all. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm just going to get out ahead of Bottas and a Renault, I think that is behind me. And I've got the two Hasses having a fight. Looks like one almost knocked the other off the road. Come on, Haas, be good and just let me through. No. Oh, that was stupid on my part. That was stupid. That was stupid on my part. Carried way too much speed. Lost maybe the 3 seconds I had in hand over Vettel and Perez. I probably just lost it there. Teammate in the pits.
Daniel's in the pits.
This is going to be close. There's Vettel, who's right on my left-hand side right now. Shouldn't have been as close as it was. Here's Vettel, right on my left-hand side. Just. Oh, he's still on my inside though. Just able to get out ahead of him. Slight damage to my front wing, but nothing that should affect the car too badly. Vettel was able to get away from Perez. Oh, went a bit wide.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
In the braking zones, my closing speed on the other cars is crazy. Got to get DRS, thankfully, because Magnussen was ahead of me. Otherwise, I'd be a sitting duck to Vettel right now. Might be a sitting duck to him once I get onto this straight here. No, he's too close. I don't like this. Alright, gonna have to stay on the inside. Here comes Vettel. Make sure I make the corner, force him wide. He's gonna have to brake. Give me a bit of space there. Looks like Raikkonen's passed Perez. So right now it's a Red Bull and then a Ferrari 2 and 3. So if I don't pull away from Vettel soon, it's going to be 2 Ferraris attacking me, and that's not going to be good. Full race update.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Vettel is behind you. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go.
9 laps. Can I keep Vettel and possibly Raikkonen and even possibly Perez behind me for 9 laps? Oh boy. This is going to be difficult. Car isn't as stable as it was before on the super softs. But slowly catching up to me. So Perez has just overtaken Raikkonen for 3rd place. Got his position back. Let's see if he can now pull away from him. I think the main reason why I was increasing my gap to Vettel in the last stint when I was on the super softs was mainly because he had to deal with the constant threat of Perez. Fastest 2nd sector, I'm surprised about that one. Able to increase the gap to Vettel this time round. In the 2nd sector. 2nd sector seems to be the section of the track where I do pretty well, surprisingly enough. Wasn't able to set the fastest lap of the race, but I'm not too bothered about that. Lost, what was that, maybe just under 0.2 of a second there in the final sector. So it seems along the pit straight, the Ferrari has got a better top speed than I do. It seems downforce wise, I seem to have the better of the 2 cars when it comes to this twisty section here of sector 2. 1.4 seconds clear now. So it does that. The first and final sector, Vettel's better than me. Second sector, I seem to be better than Vettel. Oh, and a bit wide. 5.5 seconds. Perez is behind me. .8. I was able to add 4 tenths there. One minute 9.8.
Gap to teammate behind is 15.6 seconds.
Okay. Oh, Raikkonen's got 2 full cylinders behind him now.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Got 2 full cylinders behind him. 6.6 seconds behind now. So all they're fighting, Perez, Raikkonen and Ocon, who's just joined the party, is allowing me and Vettel to get away. Messed up my line going through that corner there. Even though I'm not in lean, I seem to be saving some fuel. 2 seconds clear now of Vettel. So gradually I'm increasing the gap between me and him.
Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 2.0 seconds. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 10.2.
1 minute 10.2. Okay. Stayed the same in the first sector. Let's use up a bit of this fuel I'm saving.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.4 seconds.
That's what I like to see. Gap continuing to increase. Looks like there's also a Sauber joining that fight for third place. All about consistency right now.
Our data shows the tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least.
Okay, hopefully there's not too many laps left. Otherwise I'm going to struggle. Right now this second sector seems to have been my salvation. But if my tyres wear out too much, then it could end up being my damnation. Because right now I need the grip of these tyres to build the gap to Vettel. But if these tyres give up,
there's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Then no matter how good I am going through the corners, hitting the apexes, I'm going to lose a lot of time. One minute 9.5, 3.2 seconds clear of Vettel now.
You're leading the pack, P1. Vettel is behind you. Our gap behind is 3.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap.
Good, that's what I like to hear. So this is the penultimate lap. This could wind up being the perfect weekend for me. Perfect qualifying in the race. Qualified on pole. The beginning of the race.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
The beginning of the race wasn't optimal, let's say. Losing the position straight away to Vettel. In addition to that, having to fight for second place with Raikkonen, but since then I was able to...
This is your final lap of the race.
I was able to claw back the gap between me and Vettel, able to pass him thanks to DRS. Did make a silly mistake once I came out of the pits on these soft tyres. Almost cost me first place. Had to have pretty much a drag race going into the 4th corner. Not long to go now. Haven't really put a foot wrong in this race, except for one time. .2 seconds. Looks like Vettel just pretty much gave up on trying to catch me. And I come through to win the Brazilian Grand Prix. There we go.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
A great win then for the Red Bull team today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
Here come our winning drivers then, out onto the podium at the end of a
Ferrari second and third.
The drama and excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in.
Next season I'll be able to have the number 1 on my car, signifying I'm the Drivers' World Champion.
Campbell increases their championship lead. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Nico Hülkenberg, hasn't it? Very clean,
Where did he finish?
very smooth. He can be really pleased with that
20th
The constructors' title may
to
already
13th.
be decided.
Okay.
But meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Okay, so as a result of this race, Charles Leclerc has got second place. My teammates moved down to third. Kimi Raikkonen's moved up to 7th. Valtteri Bottas and Esteban Ocon have moved down to 8th and 9th respectively. Nothing changed aside from that. And then the only change in the constructors is Ferrari's moved above Mercedes. Okay. Really happy with this race. Did exactly what I needed to do. Wasn't very confident I'd be able to win the race, considering how qualifying 1 and 2 went. No, it was far from easy.
Any competition for you today?
Only for my teammate. This team is on fire. Okay, yep.
You must be thrilled to be up on the podium.
Thrilled, but I was expecting it.
You performed better than last weekend. What changed?
Let's go reliability.
It's safe
Another
to say
one.
you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
F1 is a team sport. We all put in an extreme amount of effort. The standard of racing from all drivers has has been high this season. Maybe they should expect more. Championship again.
Appreciate your time.
Winning my rivalry against Lewis Hamilton. Hopefully he'll be my driver next season. I'm planning to go to Mercedes, but you never know. How can I be losing my rivalry against my teammate? And I qualified in pole position and I won the race. Doesn't make no sense. 1,900 resource points. Almost maxed out my reputation with my current team, maxed out my reputation with every other team.
Fantastic podium. Well done. Keep pushing like this for the rest of the season. We've received invitations to new historic events.
Okay, one more race to go for this season. That's the end of this live stream. I'd like to thank everyone who's watched. Really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links as usual are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you all have a great day. Tomorrow I'll be doing my Fortnite live stream. Instead of it being at 5 PM as usual, it'll be an hour earlier at 4. Please do join me then. It will be review my subscribers. And then on Sunday it'll be my FIFA 19 online with subscribers. Now then, let me quickly have a look here. Now then, the time. Okay, the time for my FIFA 19 live stream will be the same as usual, 5 PM. Please do join me then. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again in my next video. Laters.